Hey guys, it's Stuart Swing here, and it is Valentine's Day. So I wanted to reach out and wish you a happy Valentine's Day and also give you a little tool that you could use if this is a day that maybe is a little bit difficult for you. I love Valentine's Day because it is so focused on love, it's focused on the power of the heart, connection with others. But I also know if you're maybe feeling a lack of that in your life, or like you're not connected to someone, or feeling alone today, that it can be a challenging day. So I wanted to give you a tool that you can use to feel connected, to tap into the power of your heart, to feel connected to the power of love, no matter what your circumstance. And so the first thing that I would like you to do, if you're open to it, is just close your eyes for a moment. And if you could envision yourself having a cup of coffee, so you're just poured this cup of coffee, you've added cream and milk or sugar, whatever it is that you like to that beverage. And if you're not a coffee drinker, you can imagine tea or hot chocolate, some kind of a warm beverage that you enjoy. And if you imagine yourself taking that cup up to your mouth, starting to feel the heat of the cup radiating against your skin, you can smell the aroma of the coffee or the tea. And as you bring it up to your lips, you can feel the steam as it permeates your nose. And then you take that first delicious sip. And as you're taking that sip, I want you to bring your full attention to the feeling place of that sip of coffee, that first delicious, rich, velvety cup of coffee. And as you sit with that, I want you to notice where you feel that in your body. What are the sensations that you feel in your body? And as I was going through that process, you may have been watching me. If you didn't have your eyes closed, you probably noticed that my shoulders kind of dropped away from my ears. My chest lifted up a little bit. I breathed a little bit more easily, a little bit more deeply, and just kind of sank softly into my chair and felt this sense of well-being. So did you find that too? Did you feel that sort of somewhere here? You probably felt the sensations of the warmth of the beverage rolling over your tongue, through your mouth, going down your esophagus, warming as it goes. But did you also feel sort of an existential expansion? I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but did you feel that openness? Did you feel that ease? Did you feel that feeling place of that delicious cup of coffee, that first sip of coffee? Well, if you didn't have success with that, here's another example that you can use. Actually, I'm going to give you a couple more examples. Some of you, if you've been watching my Facebook feed, will know that I had a little bit of a slip about a week ago and completely threw my back into a torsion that has been quite uncomfortable this week, to say the least. And I have been flat on my back, sometimes in pretty excruciating pain. But I have really enjoyed that opportunity, as ironic as that sounds, to be flat on my back and to slow down and to really process what this experience has been telling me. But I digress a little bit. What I want to tell you in this example is how in those moments when I've been feeling the tension in my back and every muscle is kind of knotted up and I'm just tense everywhere and constricted, that feeling where I have been laying onto the bed, gingerly laying myself back onto the heating pad, and that moment when the heat of the pad is enough to sort of compensate for the coolness of my sweater or whatever may be between me and the pad at that moment in time, feeling that heat and that warmth, and when it hits that peak of just enough heat to kind of relax and release and to soothe the muscles, has been completely heavenly. And I feel that relaxation in my entire body right now, even as I describe that situation to you. So just like the coffee, and maybe you had that experience as I was describing it to you as well, even though you didn't have the back pain necessarily. But just with the coffee, as with the heating pad, we can take ourselves to that place. And our mind doesn't really know the difference, and our body doesn't know the difference of whether we're actually in that place of having the beverage or whether we're imagining that beverage. And so in the imagining of that, we're able to create the same serotonin rush, the same rush of endorphins that happen as if we were drinking that actual beverage or having that experience with the heating pad. The final example I want to give you guys that you may have had, if you've ever had a massage before, then I want you to, again, close your eyes And find the feeling place of the massage. So not when you're in the massage with the masseuse working on you, getting the knots out, working all over your back or your legs or any of those sorts of things, although that all feels really good. What I want you to strive to find, or not even strive, but relax into, is the feeling of the massage as you're coming out of the massage room. The massage is completed, everything is done, your clothes are back on, you're coming out to pay your bill. And I want you to find that place. And again, as I reach for it, I can feel that. I can feel that openness. I can feel that expansion. I can feel that connection to who I really am at the core of my being, the knowing that everything is okay. And that's what I want us to get to. Whether it be the coffee, whether it be the heating pad and the relief of pain, whether it be the massage and the relaxation and the ease and the joy that that brings, I want you to tap into that body feeling, that feeling of openness, that feeling of expansion, that feeling of yes, that feeling of deep sigh of relief. And just pause and feel that. Can you feel the energy pulsating around your body? Can you start to feel, as I can right now, this halo of energy at the top of the crown chakra working its way down? If you can't, don't worry, because it may take a little bit of practice, and this is the first time that you're doing this. But I can promise you that if you reach for this feeling place enough, and with enough repetition, you will be able to go there with ease. You will be able to find that place of connection with your heart. And as you connect with the heart, you are enabled to let little things like that slide and just go by and be in that place of love. So again, the idea is to connect with the feeling place, because those are feelings that we love. I think generally most of us love that feeling of having that first sip of coffee or hot chocolate, whatever that beverage is. Most of us really enjoy a massage, and most of us, I'm pretty sure, enjoy the relief of pain. I'm going to take this one step further to see if we can take this there. And again, you may not be ready to go there yet. You may need to practice just a little bit more with the examples that I've given you. But one of the examples that I've been using is finding a feeling place with my partner. So when I am out of alignment with my partner, when we're both kind of what I call out of the vortex, we're just not having a great day, we're in our own emotional stuff, but I know what I want at the heart of who I am is that connection with him. The ego part of me, and I don't want to get into the whole thing about whether ego is right or wrong, but that part of me, there's a part of me that wants to be right if I'm in an argument. But the deeper part of me really wants to be in connection and wants to feel love and wants to feel all of those amazing feelings that we feel when we're in that state. And so what I've been doing is playing with the feeling of a memory of connecting with my partner. And so one of the strongest memories that I have right in the moment is at the end of our Qigong practice. One of my good friends, John Ruhlman, has introduced me to a Qigong practice that I've really been enjoying, and my partner has been joining me in that process. And every time without fail that we do that process together, it does open up the heart, it opens up the energy is moving, it's flowing. And at the very end of the practice, we do connect in this really strong way, and we give each other what we call a heart hug, where we're hugging heart to heart, as opposed to the way that most of us tend to go in for a hug. We go in the opposite way and connect. And I love that feeling place. I love that the Qigong and that practice and the slowing down and the meditation has the ability to create that feeling of heart connection, heart openness within us. And I love that we then come together in that way. So that's been the feeling place that I've been finding. That moment where we've completed all the energetic exercises of the Qigong, and then we go in for that deep-seated, delicious heart hug. And in that hug and in that moment is the awareness that we are all whole, complete, and perfect. We are so connected to our source. We are so flowing with this amazing energy that we can't kind of keep ourselves from that. Like, it just is the most natural thing for us to come in and give each other love and connection in that way. And so in those moments, if I take you back again to when I'm feeling disconnected, when I'm feeling pinched off, when I'm feeling angry or confused, and like I just want to be right, like there are moments when, yeah, we won't even go there in terms of what it is that we feel. And I know that you've been there too. You just want to like, yeah. When I'm feeling that on the surface and knowing that I want to be in a different place, I use what my mentor has been calling the recalibration. And so I recalibrate to that feeling of the love after the Qigong, that openness, that ease, that place of connection. And boy, does that ever shift my experience of the world, my experience of my partner, my experience of me. And my goal in teaching you this exercise is to bring you to a place where you can come into a place of unconditional love, where you are so connected with the love that exists here at the core of who you are, that everything else around you is irrelevant, that you can connect with that deep-seated, delicious, deep sigh of relaxation, of love. And when Valentine's rolls around, or Christmas rolls around, or any of those emotionally triggering kind of days or events that may happen for you, I hope that you'll be able to use this exercise to find the place of love, of fullness, of expansion, of connection to all who you are, and connect with the incredible power of love that exists at your very heart. Know that I love you. Know that if you have any questions about this process, if you would like to connect with me over Skype or over the phone, I would love to have a conversation with you. I'd love to help you get deeper into this process if you had a little bit of difficulty in finding that place. I'm always up to having a conversation, connecting with people like you. Nothing brings me greater joy than connecting with another soul who is expanding as well and helping them expand even further. So I hope that you enjoyed that process. Excuse my sniffles. I'm just noticing those now. It's probably just my heart overwhelming and leaking out my nasal passages. Anyway, I love you very much. I send you this with all my blessings, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye for now.